It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. First and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Howell now to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. 3rd and long, here's Howell. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum has clearly shifted in their favor?
So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
so that
reversed.
one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Howell throwing on first down here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
These players are not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one, 11 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll make it third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. You talk about this Washington defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal.
One more time with Swift.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Swift. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Hassan Reddick coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room right there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any gains to open up.
And he'll take this forward only after the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Oh, nice move. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Steps away to his left. pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. That's caught by Penny. No score after one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Penny. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
You gotta score right now.
The man in motion is Brown. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Robinson with another carry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? When you go back and tell your offensive coordinator, you have to keep carrying it, thank you.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
On first down, Howell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nolan Smith able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Howell's got this one to Robinson. He's to the 15. Touchdown!
Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Now it's Penny running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They'll run with Penny, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Throwing here, Howell. Throw right side, complete to Dotson.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the side.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out now come the Eagles.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it. Scrimmage. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Inside handoff, Penny.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Jordan Davis in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jordan Davis.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. Now what are you going to do with your timeouts? The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I have to admit to a little surprise here. And then down in distance, I would have thought they were going to throw the football. Instead, they decided to run it. But give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and held them to no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Out left to Dotson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 60 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, It's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's in. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Howell. Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Back to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Hurts going to run it himself.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up.
What a call there on the quarterback draw. You want to spread the field and just tell your QB, hey, find a lane and go. And he's able to get the defense in a vulnerable spot and then take it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all 9 up at 14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Powell out of the shotgun.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And how will throw it.
Pressure, too much this time. Son Reddick, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Hurts. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. He'll buy some time right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now Howell.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nolan Smith.
He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Quick throw there. It's incomplete.
There's just been a lot of pressure on this drive. They've already sacked him a couple of times, and now here, he's just forced to chuck this one away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken inside his own 40.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by Penning. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and that Turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This offense on 3rd down today, just one conversion in 8 tries, not good. This is 3rd down and 12.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And he's going to go down. Back in midfield at the 39.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll return it from the 6. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That is incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And this one also slowly developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. Not much more than that.
3rd and long, here's Howell.
And he's not able to get away. Saves back at the 22.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. From the left hash, this from 39. Gonzalez's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
But this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Eagles coming out as they get...
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice run of some new games for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
On 1st down, Hurts.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Here comes 2nd down.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he's in red numbers right now with a running game.
It's hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with a scouting report. They got into what they were doing.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
Now this first drive in OT continues. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. That was a big risk here in overtime. You send him out to fire away from long distance, but he knocks it through to give him the lead.
Edgy, don't you think? Because if he misses there, ball goes to the spot of the kick, correct?
Yeah.
And guess what? That only leaves about, 20 yards or so for them to go downfield and be in position themselves. So you have confidence in it, and you have confidence in your defense to go ahead and let him kick that one.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And the Washington offense heading out. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Second down throw for Howell. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Second down, Howell back to pass. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30.
Samuel gets him a first, and he's somebody's valued for more than just his receiving work. Sure, he had over 600 yards, but he also had almost 200 rushing.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here's Howell.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jordan Davis getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially keep this game alive in OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when we're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? What have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. But I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Philadelphia, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.